Shalom. This is Officer Karate from the I.S.U.P.K. Today we're going to go into the meaning of heaven, because the Christian church thinks that heaven is a place you go to when you die, that when you die you float up into one place called heaven, and that the earth is just a testing ground. You do good on earth and then you decide whether you go to heaven or hell. We're going to see according to the Bible if that's true or not. So okay, read me the definition of hell, heaven for me. The definition of hell in the Strong Concordance.
Heaven, the Hebrew word is Shemayim. Heaven, sky.
So heaven also, it can be in the sky, like the atmosphere that you look into, just the sky, it's called heaven. Let's prove that. Heaven means the sky. Let me get that for you. Actually, read on. Okay.
As abode of the stars.
So heaven can just mean the sky and the stars. Read on.
As the visible universe.
Also can mean the universe as well. What else is heaven?
The sky, atmosphere, etc.
Read.
Heaven as the abode of God.
So also where the Most High dwells. So that is correct. The Most High does dwell in heaven, but heaven also refers to the stars and the sky and the universe. Give me Acts 14:7.
Acts chapter 14 and verse 7. And there they preached the gospel, and there sat a certain man at Lystra, important in his feet.
It's like 17.
Verse 17. Nevertheless, he left not himself without witness, in that he did good, and gave us rain from heaven.
Rain from where?
Rain from heaven.
Rain from heaven. So that proves that. So that proves that heaven also refers to the atmosphere, not where the Most High dwells. We know rain don't come from where God is. Rain comes from where the atmosphere is, the sky. So we read that again.
Nevertheless, he left not himself without witness, in that he did good, and gave us rain from heaven.
Give me Deuteronomy 11:11. Just proving that heaven is not always where the angels are. It refers to the sky also when you look up. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 11. But the land whither ye go to possess it is a land of hills and valleys, and drink of water of the rain of heaven.
Rain of what?
Water of the rain of heaven.
We know rain comes from the sky or the atmosphere. So that's just to prove that heaven is not always referring to where the Most High dwells. It talks about heaven refers to the sky sometimes or the atmosphere. Read on. No, read the definition again. Sorry,
from the top.
Okay.
Heaven, the Hebrew word is Shemayim. Heaven, sky, as abode of the stars, as the visible universe, the sky, atmosphere, etc. Heaven as the abode of God.
There you go. So the Most High also dwells in heaven. So you gotta differentiate what heaven you're talking about. Christians think that heaven means heaven. Sometimes it's talking about rulership, like the kingdom of heaven. Sometimes it's talking about the atmosphere. Sometimes it's talking about where the Most High dwells. Like give me Acts 7:55.
Acts chapter 7 and verse 55. But he, being full of the Holy Spirit, looked up steadfastly into heaven.
Into where?
Into heaven.
We done?
And saw the glory of God, and Jesus standing on the right hand of God.
There you go. That's the heaven where the Most High dwells. That's not the heaven where it rains from. But we got to differentiate what heaven is talking about. Also, when it talks about heaven, sometimes it's talking about rulership. Just like living good is living in heaven. Like what Tupac said. He said he lived in heaven with the flat screen TVs and living large. That also is heaven as well, according to the Bible. But Christians think that when it talks about living in heaven, it means that man dies and goes to heaven, literally, where there's no air there's no air in space for man to live. So why would man live in heaven? Okay, so give me Lamentations 2:1.
Lamentations chapter 2 verse 1. How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger?
So it's talking about us, the Israelites, saying, how has the Most High covered us with a cloud in his anger? How did the Most High put us in slavery? How are we on drugs? How are we on the bottom? How are we the first fired, last hired? How has the Lord done this to us? He put us in the cloud of his anger. Read that.
And cast down from heaven.
The Lord did what?
Cast down from heaven.
The Lord cast us down from heaven. Cast the Israelites down from heaven. Read on.
Unto the earth.
So the Lord cast us down from heaven, meaning he cast us down from ruling, having our own government, having our women being nice and humble, to the ground, to living in Aston, Handsworth, the Bronx, Tivoli Garden, being on crack cocaine, a woman fighting on World Star Hip Hop, drug dealing, gangs. That's what it means. How did the Lord cast us from heaven, from a ruling state, onto the earth? Israel was never in heaven. Show me that history in the Bible, from Genesis all the way to Revelations. Israel was never in heaven. But here it clearly says the Most High cast Israel from heaven to the earth. So clearly, heaven is talking about rulership. This Bible is written by blacks and Hispanics, for blacks and Hispanics. And if you know anything about blacks and Hispanics, we talking what you call slang. The same people that wrote the Bible 2,000 years ago are the same people that talk slang today. When a black man says he's broke, is he literally broke? Is he in two pieces? It's slang. So the black man says he was in heaven, or in the future, Christ come back to give us the kingdom of heaven. We're not going to go in the sky. We're going to be living again. We're going to set up all things as it was in the past. Read that again.
How hath the Lord covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger, and cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel.
The beauty of who?
The beauty of Israel.
Israel, our beauty was cast from heaven, cast to the earth. As I said, we went from ruling, having our own government, nations buying off us, to us buying off them now, to us only being hired in places like McDonald's and cleaning jobs. We're cast from heaven. Give me Isaiah 14. The famous scripture that Christians misinterpret, talking about an angel fell from heaven and come to the earth. They don't understand what the Bible's talking about.
Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
There you go. So Christian will read that and go, see, there was a guy called Lucifer and he was cast from heaven. He was in the heavens with the Most High and was cast down to the earth. And now he goes around terrorizing people, getting them to sin. That's not what it's talking about. From what we read in Lamentations 2, it's talking about, I don't want to hear it, the people picking on him, but this is talking about the white man. The white man is Lucifer. Lucifer means light bearer. At this time, the white man sheds light to the world. All nations come to him. All nations ask him for advice. If you want to make a move, sell anything, you got to come to the white man. The white man is Lucifer. And in the future, people are going to say, how have you fallen from heaven, on Lucifer? People are going to be like, how did this man fall from heaven? This is the same man that used to chase us around the hood with his police cars. This is the man that owned all the oil. This is the man that had Saddam Hussein shook. This is the same man that went to Saddam Hussein's country and killed him. How is he falling from heaven? What else in Bangladesh does white men do?
The white men do. Damn, the white man, he tells you can't even sell your own vegetables that grow in your own land. You have to come get them from him.
And in the future, we're going to say, how is he falling from heaven? This is the same white man that had stem cell research and had the top technology, rockets, missiles. We're going to say, how are you falling from heaven, O Lucifer? Read on.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Read.
Son of the morning.
Read.
How art thou cut down to the ground?
How are you cut down to the ground? We're asking. One second, there's more. Why don't you go a bit up? What's the part when it goes, they that shall see, they shall look at it narrowly?
I think that's further down.
Okay, read that.
That's verse 16.
All right, keep carrying.
Read that now. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations?
Yeah, there you go. This white man weakens the nations. This is the same white man that went into Saddam Hussein's country, where Saddam Hussein minded his own business, and he's telling Saddam Hussein, you can't have weapons of mass destruction. When the white man got weapons of mass destruction himself, this man weakened the nations. This man went to South America, and South Africa, put apartheid on them. This man went to North, Central, and South America and killed the North American Indians, which are our brothers, Gad. Put them on reservations, broke all the treaties. This man weakened the nations. Nowhere in the Bible has a spiritual demon weakened any nations. Read on.
Verse 13. For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven.
That's what the white man says. I will ascend into heaven. I don't see no demon wanting to ascend into heaven, but I see this NASA space program. I see these airplanes. We done?
I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
That's what the white man does. He wants to exalt his throne above the stars of God. And Obadiah talks about he sets his nest among the stars. We done?
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
There you go. And we are the mount of the congregation, and the white man sits on us in the sides of the north. North America is where our people are mainly located. Only in America would you get blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians in one place at one time. You don't get that in Jamaica, even though Jamaicans are the Israelites and Puerto Rico is up the tribe of Ephraim. But in the sides of the north is where you get all our people in one place. Read on.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Yeah, and who made airplane travels that go above the clouds? Read on.
I will be like the Most High.
And he wants to be like the Most High. He's cloning sheep nowadays. The white man can induce babies, make a woman give birth when he wants him to. He wants to be like the Most High. Read on.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
So even though he wants to be exalted high and he thinks he's going to get the Most High going to bring him down, like it says in the book of Malachi. And he goes, you shall build, but I shall throw down. Malachi,
yeah. Malachi 1, yeah.
So he thinks he's going to build, exalt himself, be like the Most High, but Most going to bring him down to the sides of the pit. Same things to the Malachi, but worded a bit different. Read on.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Read that again.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon you. You can't see Satan. There's no man on planet Earth that's seen Satan, spiritual demon. Never. Talk about the white man. Then that see him, look upon him narrowly like, strange. The same way we look upon these Africans and we think to ourselves, hold on, these are butt naked, dancing around the bush. How did they have us in slavery in the time of Moses? The same way we look on these East Indians and we're like, you like that turban on your head and a dart in your forehead? How did you, man, own us in the time of the Persians and the Medes? We shall narrowly look upon this man. The time is coming where you're gonna look upon this man and he's gonna be in a cave with a chain around his neck. You're gonna look at him like, read on. He's gonna explain himself. Read on.
And consider thee.
And what?
And consider thee.
And consider him. I'm like, Not Satan, mind you. No one ain't seen Satan, but read on.
Saying, is this the man?
Is this the who?
Is this the man?
Is this the who?
Is this the man?
So we're gonna look on him. Is this the man? You're gonna be like, this is the same man that made us pay taxes, that had us in work by 6 o'clock. And when we was 5 minutes late, he'll give us written warnings. And we're look upon him like, this the man that had rockets and missiles, this powerful man. The same way we look on these Egyptians today, we see them making mud cakes and stuff, and we're like, they had our forefathers in slavery. But read on.
Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
That did what?
Made the earth to tremble.
There you go. This is the man that made the earth to tremble. When the white man drops them bombs, the earth shake. People are scared of the white man. They tremble. I've never seen Satan, the spiritual demon, make the earth tremble at any time. So someone got to show me that history. This is the white man. I'm sorry if it hurts any of your feelings in the classroom, but he is a white man. Read on.
That did shake kingdoms.
Did what?
That did shake kingdoms.
He shakes kingdoms. This man went to South Africa and put apartheids on them. You know what I mean? Got people like Nelson Mandela, whose name ain't even Nelson. Changed his name and made him call himself Nelson Mandela. Otherwise, if he don't call himself Nelson, he wouldn't be accepted in his own country. Can you believe that? This man shook kingdoms. This man got the Chinese putting on suits and ties. When that's like their culture. He shakes kingdoms, drops bombs. He goes, he infiltrates kingdoms. He got kingdoms listening to him. He got kingdoms making moves. They can't make moves unless he says so. I've never seen a spiritual demon do this ever. Someone got to show me that history. And when you show me, then we'll see from there. But I ain't seen that. But I have seen one man shake kingdoms with his bombs and his nuclears. Ask Hiroshima and Nagasaki who shakes kingdoms. We done?
That made the world as a wilderness.
And he did what?
Made the world as a wilderness.
And when he drops them bombs, nothing left inside. Every building, everything. You see the Terminator, like a wilderness, like a desert, an uninhabited area. That's what wilderness means. Again, no demons ever done that. Read on.
And destroyed the cities thereof.
And destroyed the cities. When did Satan destroy any cities? Cities are places where people inhabit. When did Satan do that? Read on.
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
I didn't know Satan had a prison. I didn't know Satan owns Winston Green prison. But the white man, he locks up in prisons and gives us life for silly crimes, just for shoplifting. He don't open the house of the prisoners. We done?
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house.
There you go. So the point I'm making is, I wrote down who Lucifer is, but the point I was making was verse 12. Read that again.
Verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
There you go. Let you know that heaven ain't the literal heaven. There was no man that fell from heaven and hit the earth like Terminator, cracked open the concrete, and now is angry at the world. The heaven we're talking about was rulership. How was this white man foul from rulership? Okay. Give me Revelation 21:1.
I'm sure there's a next part in here where the part where it says he crawls on his belly. Is it in here?
I'll leave that like that.
Yeah, leave it there. What do you want?
Revelation 21:1.
Revelations chapter 21 and verse 1.
Read.
And I saw a new heaven.
You saw a new what?
A new heaven.
A new what?
A new heaven.
So John saw a new rulership. He saw the day that we will have our government, when we can govern ourselves with this book, where pork will be illegal, murder will be illegal, abortion will be illegal, a new heaven, a new rulership with the black man on top. But the black man don't have to starve no more. The black man can feed his brother. He don't have to get locked up. You know, it's a new heaven. Read on.
And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
Read.
For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
There you go. That old rulership was passed away. He didn't see a sky, and then the sky got destroyed. Then he saw a new one. Because the Bible said the earth abideth forever. So therefore, that would be a contradiction. He saw a new rulership. Give me 2 Ezra 6 and 9. This is what he saw. What he saw in Revelations was more symbolic, but Ezra's going to say the same thing, but more clear. In the same last days, Ezra's going to say the same thing that John the Revelator said, but in a more simpler term. John said he saw a new heaven and a new earth, a new rulership, and Ezra clears it up.
2 Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9.
Let me get those. Okay, read that.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For who?
For Esau is the end of the world.
So Esau is the end of the world. In the end days, which you know the book of Revelation is written about the end. All you gotta do is read Revelation 1:1. It tells you what time frame Revelation is talking about. So Esau is the end of the world. Esau will have that heaven in the end of the world. He'll be ruling. We have rulership in the end. Read on.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob will rule after Esau. When Esau taken down, the 12 tribes, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians will rule after Esau. That's what John saw. He saw one heaven passing away and the new one taking over. That was Esau's rulership being passed away, and Jacob taking over Esau's rulership. Read that again, but read from verse 8.
Verse 8, 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
When Esau and Jacob was born, we all know, but we all should know that Jacob's hand hold on to the heel of Esau, and this was symbolic. This is symbolic of Esau ruling at the end of the world, and then Jacob afterwards, after Esau's rulership goes down, Jacob's rulership's coming. That's what it was symbolic of. Read on.
For Esau is the end of the world,
Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Jacob will rule after Esau. So go back to Revelation 21:1.
Revelations chapter 21 and verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth.
There you go, a new rulership. But is it heaven? It's not talking about the sky or where the Most High dwells, like the Most High dwells in heaven, but now we got to make a new heaven. It's that same heaven. We're talking about a new rulership. So again, this is slang. Black people talking slang, but white people read the Bible and read it verbatim because they got no soul, no spirit, no flavor, and they teach us the Bible with their no flavor and no spirit, and we just take it on board and go read everything verbatim as it's written. But this is talking about rulership, heaven. The Bible is a spiritual book. We speak slang. Any questions off topic before I move on? Anything? No?
Or any on this topic.
No, any topic.
Okay, I just wanted to ask, alcohol, is it, I know it's not a sin to drink, but is it a sin to drink excessive alcohol?
It's not a sin to drink alcohol.
Sorry, yeah. Can you drink anything? Rum, whiskey,
Yeah.
anything?
It's referred to as strong drink. In the Bible, you got wine, which is grapes. That's your hospitality, that's your QC and everything there. And then you got strong drink, which is your rum, your vodka and so forth. According to the Bible, it's not wrong to drink alcohol. It's wrong to be drunk and be a drunkard. You know, the people that wake up in the morning, first thing they do before they brush teeth to get a drink. They're on the street with a can in their hand, just pissheads basically. That's wrong. But according to the Bible, to have a drink ain't wrong. It's to
What
be
if you have
drunk.
a drinking house and you drink a bit too much?
Then you probably need to just get counsel, speak to brothers, and they'll let you know if you're drinking too much, if you should calm down. The Bible talks about inordinate affection. You know what that is?
Cool.
You know what it is?
Inordinate affection. I think it's in was it in Romans somewhere?
Where's that line between drunk and tipsy and you know what I'm trying to say?
Nothing wrong with feeling nice. Have a nice drink, feel nice. Drink was actually in the scriptures. I'll get it for you. It's actually made so when you're feeling down, you have a drink. Forget about your sorrows, your problems. That's why you see black people drink a lot. It was made for that reason. But the problem is when a black man's a drunkard, just drinking all the time. Like he gets his wage. First thing he does, he gets 6 cans of lager, wets himself, breath stinks of alcohol. That's a problem. The Bible talks about that inordinate affections. Why are you getting that? Give me Matthew 11 and 9. Because you got these 7-day Adventists that say Christ never drank wine, he drank apple juice. So what? Grape juice. It weren't fermented. But Christ drank wine, fine wine. His first miracle, he turned water into wine.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 9.
Read.
But
19.
what? 19. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber.
So Christ came eating and drinking in moderation, that is. And they said, look, this man's a drunkard, he's a winebibber. So you can't accuse a man for being a winebibber if he's drinking water, can you? Or if he's drinking apple juice. So Christ was drinking wine. They lied on him and said how he's a drunkard, but the fact is, Christ was drinking wine. Give me Deuteronomy 14. I think it's about 22. You got there?
Look, come on, what is it looking for?
Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 40, verse 22. Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed.
Yes, the one. So talking about when we, even today actually, we tithe. Anything we got, we tithe. We give it 10% of what we earn. Still today actually. Just like today, we deal with money usually, so we tithe money. Back in the day it was crops, but we use money nowadays. If you ain't got money and you get food stamps, whatever, we don't get food stamps in England, but if you get whatever, you can tithe that too. We done?
Thou shalt truly tithe all the increase of thy seed,
Everything. We done?
that the field bringeth forth year by year.
Read.
And thou shalt eat before the Lord thy God
We done?
in the place which he shall choose to place his name there.
This is Jerusalem. We done?
The tithe of thy corn, of thy wine, and of thine oil.
So we shall tithe everything we earn, oil, corn, anything that grows. We done?
And the firstlings of thy herds, and of thy flocks, that thou mayest learn to fear the Lord thy God always.
We done?
And if the way be too long for thee, so that thou art not able to carry it.
So what I said, if I live in the land of Benjamin, I'm going to Jerusalem, I can't walk with 20 oxen, or a tenth of all my oxen, a tenth of all my corn. That's heavy. It's a lot of oxen, a lot of sheep, a lot of corn, a lot of flour. We done?
Or if the place be too far from thee, which the Lord thy God shall choose to set his name there,
Read.
when the Lord thy God hath blessed thee, then shalt thou turn it into money.
Yeah, so I sell everything, turn it into money, change the form of it. I physically can't walk with all these goods, so I'll change it into money. We done?
Then thou shalt turn it into money, and bind up the money in thine hand, and shalt go unto the place which the Lord thy God shall choose thee.
Read.
And thou shalt bestow that money for whatever thy soul lusteth after.
So now we're going to buy it back, the stuff that we sold. Now that we're in Jerusalem, we buy it back. I'm going to give it a list of things that you can buy. We done?
For oxen,
For
for oxen,
So for oxen, yeah, we done?
or for sheep,
Read.
or for wine,
For what?
or for wine,
For what?
or for wine.
So why is God saying you can buy wine here? Wine is a sin, according to these 7-day Adventists. God is saying, He's telling you, He's giving you through Moses, He's giving you a list of things you should buy back after you sold your goods. It says for wine, we done.
Or for strong drink.
And for what?
Or for strong drink.
Or for strong drink. So strong drink is allowed in the Bible. If you don't drink, then fair play. But strong drink is allowed in the Bible. For instance, what did Christ drink when his disciples drank wine? So strong drink is permitted. So they just don't know the Bible. Need to come in these doors and learn from the I.S.U.P.K. That's all. Yeah, no next one.
I think it's Colossians 3 and 5.
If you haven't got it, give me Proverbs 31 in the meantime.
So let me see if that's the one.
You got it.
Colossians chapter 3 verse 5.
Let me get the review. 3 or 5, yeah?
Yeah, you can.
Remember. Okay, read that.
Mortify therefore your members.
Mortify means to discipline your members. You know, mortify means like, you know, the word mortar, like clay. Discipline it, make it strong. Read on.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth.
Read.
Fornication.
So it's to discipline yourself, discipline your members. Members are your body parts. You know what I mean? Like train the way you think. Read on.
Uncleanness.
Read on.
Inordinate affection.
Inordinate affection. Read on.
Evil. Concupiscence.
Read on.
And covetousness.
Read on.
Which is idolatry.
Which is idolatry. So these things are wrong. But, read it again. One part we're going to focus on.
Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection.
That's topic 1. Inordinate affection. Affection is a desire, something you like, and inordinate means something that's too big. So you can have a like for alcohol, but it becomes a sin when you love it too much. When you can't think, can't come to class, can't pay your bills, can't raise your children because all you do is getting drunk too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. Partying also is good. You can party, have a fun time. But when you're getting dressed every weekend, all you think about, all you talk about, and things are getting done, that's when it becomes a problem. Give me Proverbs 30, wraps up quickly. Proverbs 31 and 6.
Proverbs chapter 31 and verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
You what?
Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
Our people are ready to perish, man. We got them bills and the light bill, and our children, they got to take the long route home from school because they're running to gangs and stuff. We're ready to perish, man. That's why you see black people, we go to the bar every so often, have a drink, because we're ready to perish. Read on.
Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
Read.
And wine unto those that be of heavy hearts.
And we're heavy at heart. We need a drink. After a long shift with the manager on your back and all the blatant racism and the racist jokes that are not funny, and then the white all up in your face. We have a heart, but we need a strong drink. After a strong day of slavery, that's what it is. We need a drink because we're heavy of heart, man. Just relax. That's what it was made for. So again, Christians just don't know the Bible. Read on.
Let him drink.
Let him do what?
Let him drink.
Drink these things. Drink the wine. Drink the rum. In moderation, though. It calms you down. It's a nice feeling. Nice and merry. Read on.
And forget his poverty.
And forget his poverty, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I would do if drink wasn't lawful, to be honest, because the amount of bills we have sometimes, we got to just kick back and have a drink and just forget our sorrows. We done?
And remember his misery no more.
Yeah, that's what we need to do. Just kick back, have a drink, remember our misery no more. All them bills and what else we got? Bills and car insurance, tax, MOT, light bill, gas bill. A black man needs a drink. But last one, give me 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. The flip side to this is a balance to it. You can drink, but you can't be drunk.
First Corinthians chapter 6 verse 9.
Read that.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
So anyone that's unrighteous, someone that breaks the laws of God, and saying that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God. Read on.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators,
Read.
nor idolaters,
Read on.
nor adulterers,
Read.
nor effeminate,
Read on.
nor abusers of themselves with mankind,
Read on.
nor thieves,
Read.
nor covetous,
Read.
nor drunkards,
No who?
nor drunkards,
No who?
nor drunkards.
So there you go. Even though you can drink, be merry, nice, forget about your sorrows, you can't be drunk. A drunkard won't make the kingdom of heaven. It's a sin to be a drunkard, or pisser as we call it in the UK. It's a sin, man. Yeah, and good question, mind you. But yeah, back to what we're going into about heaven. Okay, give me Matthew 6 and 9. Because Christians believe, it's funny how Christians will read the Lord's Prayer, which is Matthew 6 and 9, but then believe that they're going to heaven, then they float up in a cloud and go with the Most High. I don't understand, but yeah, read that.
After this manner, therefore, pray ye.
So Christ is telling his disciples how to pray. This is the prayer that the Christian church read every Sunday. More time. We done?
Our Father, which art in heaven,
There you go. Our Father in heaven. That's the heaven with the Most High dwells. We done?
hallowed be thy name.
His name is holy, separate. We done?
Thy kingdom come.
So the Most High kingdom's gonna come. That same kingdom of heaven that Christ's talking about, where the Israelites rule, where the black man's on top, where the black man's the president, where Christ rules. We done?
Thy will be done
His will be done. We done?
in earth.
Where is it gonna be done?
In earth.
Where is it gonna be done?
In earth,
That's where his will gonna be done, in earth. We done?
as it is in heaven.
So just like how there's order in heaven, the Most High will is going to be done on the earth. So I don't understand where Christians coming from when he says we're going to die and float to heaven, the good ones. Because the Bible says the kingdom's on earth, not in heaven. Read that again for me.
Thy kingdom come.
Read.
Thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven.
And that's where the Most High's will is going to be done, in earth, not in the clouds, not in heaven, not in space, but here on earth. This is where we're going to rule, on the earth. Give me Revelation, it's 6 and 9. Kings and priests.
5 and 10.
Yeah, that's the one. Give me that one.
Revelations chapter 5 verse 10. And has made us unto our God kings and priests.
And Christ made us, the Israelites, unto our God. He made us kings and priests. That's why in the Bible it says he's the king of kings, because he's the top king over us kings, over us Israelites. He's the top lord over us lords. In the kingdom of heaven, a white man won't be a lord, a Chinese man won't be a lord or a king. And Christ made us kings, and he's the king of kings, he's the king of us kings. He's made us kings and priests. We done?
And we shall reign on the earth.
And we shall reign where?
On the earth.
And that's where we're gonna reign. Black man, you will reign. A time will come where your decision, like your opinion, gonna matter, and you can carry out judgment. And you're gonna have power, and you're gonna do that on the earth, not in heaven. You're gonna do it right here on the earth. Okay, give me Okay, give me Luke 1. Luke 1:26. That's where the kingdom of heaven is, on earth. Nowhere in the clouds.
Luke chapter 1 verse 26. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph.
Talking about Christ when the angel came to his mom before he was born. We done?
Of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary.
We done?
And the angel came in unto her and said, Hail thou that art highly favored, the Lord is with thee, blessed art thou among women.
Read.
And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast in her mind what manner of salutation this should be.
So when the angel came to her, she was confused, like, what kind of salute is this? Like, why has he come? What news has he come to tell me? What verse?
I'm at verse 30.
Read on.
And the angel said unto her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with God.
Read.
And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Jesus.
That's Christ. Yahweh in the Hebrew. Read on.
He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord God shall give unto him the throne of his father David.
So, what verse?
Verse 33.
You read that as well.
And he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever.
So Christ shall reign over the house of Jacob forever. And the house of Jacob on the earth, not in heaven. So Christ will reign over the house of Jacob forever. That's where Christ's rulership is going to be on the earth. Give me Jeremiah 23 and 5. So back to what we read.
Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
A righteous branch. Remember in Luke when he said, he shall sit on his throne of his father David. It's that same Christ talking about the righteous branch that the angel talking about in Luke when he said, you shall have a son and he shall sit on the throne of his father David. But what is it here?
That I will raise unto David a righteous branch.
There you go. That same person unto David. That same person that will sit on the throne of David. Here it calls him a righteous branch. Read on.
And the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
Where should it execute judgment?
In the earth.
Where?
In the earth.
For Christ is that righteous branch that we read up in Luke. And here it says, a righteous branch shall execute judgment and shall sit on the throne of David in the earth, not in the heavens. That's what our rulership is, black man. It's in the earth. Just like every other rulership is. It's in the earth. That's where man belongs. Man not belong in the sky. Our judgment is here, right here on earth. And we will reign. Read that again.
In his behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and the king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth.
And that's Christ. That's the king that will prosper, whose kingdom shall be forever. He's going to reign here, right here on planet Earth, on the ground. Give me Isaiah 11 and 9.
Isaiah chapter 11 and verse 9. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
So I can go
You want to hear verse 10?
Oh, 6, 6.
Verse 6. The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid.
We're talking about the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall dwell with the kid. A kid is a young lamb, if I'm correct. This is talking about peace in the future when we're in rulership and we tell all the nations to stop fighting, because the Bible refers to the nations as beasts of the field, and the time's coming. Also in the Bible says we're going to make them turn their weapons into farming tools. So this is saying the same thing, but worded different. Saying all these nations shall not fight no more. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the snake with the kid, and so forth. Talk about time of peace. We're going to see if this is going to take place in the heavens, in the sky, or on the moon. We done?
The leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them.
Read.
And the cow and the bear shall feed their young ones, shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
Read.
And the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice's den.
Talk about peace in the earth when we rule. We done?
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
We done?
For the earth shall be
what?
For the earth.
For the what?
For the earth.
So there you go. We done?
Shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord.
There you go. Again, all this peace, nations, no more fighting, taking place on the earth. So what's man going to heaven for? If all this peace, all this no more nations fighting, all these people beating their weapons into farming tools, it's going to happen in the earth. The earth shall be full with the knowledge of the Lord. So why would the earth be filled with the knowledge of God if man won't be dwelling here no more? Or our rulership is going to be in heaven? That would be a waste. Read that again. Give me Matthew 5.
You want to read it again?
Yeah, read that again. Sir.
From verse 6.
Yeah.
The wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them, and the cow and the bear shall feed their young ones, shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp, and the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den.
Cockatrice, the snake. Again, the Bible refers to the nations as animals or beasts of the field. So in Genesis, when it goes, the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field. Talking about the serpent was more subtle than any other race out there, any other nation. We done?
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
We done?
For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord.
For the what?
For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord.
There you go. This is taking place on earth, not in the clouds. Give me Matthew 5. 5 and 5. Sorry, give me 5 and 3. Start from 3.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 3.
Read.
Blessed are the poor in spirit.
And the poor in spirit of us, with the people who don't live to see 21, with the people who our life expectations are just to get a job. That's it. Not to be a king or a prince or to travel the globe or to govern anything. Just to get a job or get a rap contract. Just to get by. That's our goal in life. Just to make sure our kids, just raise kids, and then we die and our kids do it again and again. That's a good life to a black man. We done. With a poor in spirit, nothing to look forward to in life. We done.
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
The kingdom of heaven for these people, the Israelites that are poor in spirit. We done.
Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted.
And we are the ones that mourn, and we shall be comforted. We're the ones whose kids die of black on black violence. We're the ones who have abortions. We're the ones who suffer drive-by shootings, drug overdoses. We're the ones that mourn at a global rate, and we will be comforted according to the Bible. We done.
Blessed are the meek.
And we are the meek. We're the lowly, the ones at the bottom, the one that suffer. We done.
For they shall inherit the earth.
The what?
For they shall inherit the earth.
They shall inherit the what?
For they shall inherit the earth.
We're going to inherit the earth, not the heavens, not the clouds, not the moon, not the solar system. So we're going to inherit the earth. That's where our rulership is, on the earth. Again, the Christian church will never go to the scriptures. They will never go there. They read the Bible verbatim. Rulership is on earth. What do you think earth was made for? You think the Most High took 6,000 years to create an earth just for a testing ground so that man could go to heaven afterwards? This earth was made for a purpose. It's to be inhabited. Give me Daniel 2 and 1. So like, let me see. I'll get there in a minute actually. So like, give me a minute. Give me Genesis 1:28. I'll get there in a minute.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply.
Read.
And replenish the earth.
And replenish the what?
Replenish the earth.
There you go. That's the purpose of the earth. The earth is the most of that. The earth is a nice cycle. Things die, things get reborn, things die, gets replenished. That's what it's there for. So why would the Most High make this wonderful earth with plants, fish, the sky, all these elements in the earth, just to destroy it in the end? And furthermore, Adam was here to replenish the earth. The Most High gave him that commandment. So when did it change? When did God say, okay, I want man to dwell on the earth and be fruitful and multiply, but actually, you know what, change my mind now. If you do good, you get to come in heaven with me and my angels. That never changed. Read that again.
And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth.
And that's man's job, to replenish the earth. It's a nice circle. People die, people get reborn, leaves fall off the tree, leaves come back on the tree. The earth is made in a nice cycle. It's meant to be inhabited. You know Isaiah 45:18.
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 18.
Read.
For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens,
Read.
God himself that formed the earth and made it.
Read.
He have established it.
We done?
He created it not in vain.
So God didn't create this earth in vain. He didn't make it so that you can die and go to heaven. This earth is made to be inhabited. We done?
He formed it to be inhabited.
To be what?
He formed it to be inhabited.
This earth is made to be inhabited. So what is Christian talking about? When you die, you go to heaven. So then what's gonna happen to the earth? This earth is made to be inhabited. It's made to be lived on. This is where man dwells. Just like the fish dwell in the sea. God made them dwell in the sea. They don't die and come on the earth. And man was made to live on this earth. That's his purpose in life. Read that again.
For thus saith the Lord that created the heavens, God himself that formed the earth and made it. He have established it. He created it not in vain. He formed it to be inhabited.
Yeah, speaks for itself. This earth is made to be inhabited. Give me Isaiah. Give me Psalms 115. and 15.
Psalms chapter 115 verse 15. Ye are blessed of the Lord which made heaven and earth.
So the Lord made heaven and earth, sky and the earth. We done.
The heaven, even the heavens, are the Lord's.
So the heaven belongs to the Lord. That's where He dwells. You know, the Lord dwells out there in the heavens. You done?
But the earth,
But the what?
but the earth,
But the what?
but the earth,
You done?
hath He given to the children of men.
There you go. So the Lord dwells in heaven. Man dwells on the earth. That was the purpose. That's the purpose. Men are made to dwell in earth, no air in space. Therefore, man shouldn't be in space. That's why they have to put space suits on and have gravity suits and so forth, because they're not meant to be out there. If the earth, if out there was made for man, then man would be out there. He wouldn't have to go and put on suits and fly out there, because the earth is made for man. So again, why would heaven be in the sky when the Bible clearly says the earth is made for man, not the heavens? This is where our rulership is going to be on this earth. We're going to rule China and Japan and Africa and all the countries and govern them and get them right and get our people right. That's where we're going to rule. Give me Daniel 2 and 1.
Daniel, oh wait for it.
Let me slow to them. Okay, 7 and 2 and 1. Read that for me.
Daniel chapter 2 verse 1. And in the second year of the reign of Nebuchadnezzar, Nebuchadnezzar dreamed dreams wherewith his spirit was troubled, and his sleep brake from him.
So Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon, and Daniel was a captive of Babylon, and the king had a dream, and he was troubled by this dream. You know, you have a dream and you're troubled by it, not sure what it means, it's disturbing, and his sleep brake from him. He couldn't sleep because of his dream. The dream was that disturbing. We done?
Then the king commanded to call the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and the Chaldeans for to show the king his dreams. So they came and stood before the king.
So the king got all his top scientists, so that's what you call today, top scientists, all his Harvard men, all his people from Oxford University, and he wants them to break down his dream. He got all his top sorcerers and magicians. We done?
And the king said unto them, I have dreamed a dream.
The king told them, he told his palm readers and his crystal ball readers, his them card readers, he told them, I got a dream. We done?
And my spirit was troubled to know the dream.
His spirit was troubled. You know, he feels disturbed by this dream. We done?
Then spake the Chaldeans to the king in Syria, O king, live forever. Tell thy servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation.
So they said to this king, you show us, tell us the dream, and we'll tell you what it means. We'll tell you the interpretation. We done?
The king answered and said to the Chaldeans, the thing is gone from me.
So he couldn't remember the dream. Have you ever had a dream and you can't remember it? You ever woke up, Dongo boy, you got a dream, and it's a disturbing dream, but you can't remember how the dream went, but you know it's disturbing.
Very often, most of the time.
You hear one of them dreams. We done?
If ye will not make known unto me the dream with the interpretation thereof, ye shall be cut in pieces, and your houses shall be made a dunghill.
So the king got vexed, saying, if you don't tell me the dream and the interpretation and the breakdown, you're going to kill him, basically. We done?
But if ye show the dream and interpretation thereof, ye shall receive of me gifts and rewards and great honor. Therefore show me the dream and the interpretation thereof.
We done?
They answered again and said, let the king tell his servants the dream, and we will show the interpretation of it.
So they said again, they go, just tell us the dream, we'll tell you. But they don't know that the king don't know the dream, he can't remember. We done?
The king answered and said, I know of certainty that ye would gain the time, because ye see the thing is gone from me.
We done?
But if ye will not make known unto me the dream, there is but one decree for you, for ye have prepared lying and corrupt words to speak before me.
There you go. So he's saying, if you're going to lie to me and give me a fake breakdown of the dream, so he wants them to tell him what the dream is. You done?
Till the time be changed. Therefore tell me the dream, and I shall know that ye can show me the interpretation thereof.
So he say, if you tell me the dream, obviously only he knows, well, he don't even forgets. So if you tell him, if you remember, then you know that God is on your side. You done?
The Chaldeans answered before the king and said, there is not a man upon the earth that can show the king's matter. Therefore there is no king, lord, nor ruler that asks such things at my magician or astrologer.
So they're saying, you're asking too much, man. There's no man that can read a mind and say, listen, you had this dream. It's an impossible task that you're giving us. We done?
And it is a rare thing that the king requireth, and there is none other that can show it before the king, except the gods whose dwelling is not with flesh.
You done?
For this cause the king was angry and very furious, and commanded to destroy all the wise men of Babylon. And the decree went forth that the wise men should be slain, and they sought Daniel and his fellows to be slain. Then Daniel answered with counsel and wisdom to Arioch, and captain of the king's guard, which was gone forth to slay the wise men of Babylon.
Okay, we'll stop there. So basically, to get Daniel, Daniel was in fear for his life. So Daniel stepped up and said, I will interpret the dream, and I will tell him the dream. Now Daniel's going to go and show you what the dream is. Give me verse 30.
Verse 30.
Yeah.
Verse 30.
Give me 29 actually.
Verse 29.
It's like 28.
Verse 28. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days, the dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed.
So Daniel's saying,
these.
Daniel's talking now, saying there's a God in heaven, and he's going to tell me the dream. And he dreams about what's going to happen in the latter days, meaning today. We done?
As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed. What shall come to pass hereafter? And he that revealeth secrets maketh known to thee what shall come to pass.
Talk about the Most High. The Most High is going to tell him what's going to come to pass. We done?
But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom, that I have more than any living, but for their sakes that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy heart.
Okay, so now you're gonna say what Daniel's gonna say what the king saw in his dream and break it down. Read on.
Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image, this great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible.
So the king saw a great image, that was excellent and bright, and stood before the king. Read on.
This image's head was of fine gold.
The image had a head of fine gold. Read on.
His breast and his arms of silver.
And his torso and his arms were silver. Read on.
His belly and his thighs of brass.
His belly and his thighs were brass. Read on.
His legs of iron. His feet part of iron and part of clay.
So the feet was part iron and part clay. That's what Daniel saw. That's what the king saw. And this represents the Babylonian Empire, Medes and Persians, the Greeks and Romans. Read on.
Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet.
On the feet, that's today. Europe. A stone was cut out. That stone represents Israel. We're going to go into the Bible and then break it down and smoke the image on the feet. And Israel going to smite the governments in the future. Read on.
That were of iron and clay, and break them to pieces.
So this stone, keep that in mind, it broke the image to pieces. Read on.
Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer, threshing floors, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain and filled the whole earth.
Filled the what?
Filled the whole earth.
That stone is Israel. And it says Israel became a great mountain and filled the whole earth. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fill the whole earth. We're not going to heaven. In the latter days, we're going to overthrow this kingdom with Christ, and we're going to fill the whole earth. Give me Jeremiah 51:20.
Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 20.
Read.
Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
Talking about Israel, the Most High uses us to take down nations. He says, you are my battle axe and weapons of war. Read.
For with thee
Read.
will I break in pieces the nations.
What will the Most High do with us?
Break in pieces the nations.
The Most High will break in pieces the nations. So go back to verse 35, Daniel.
Daniel chapter 2 verse 35. Then was the iron, the clay, brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together.
Broken to pieces. Israel. The Most High said he will use us to break the nations. And here, you see the nations broken to pieces by the stone. That's how you know the stone is Israel. And read the last line and what happened to the stone.
And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain.
And after that, the stone which Israel became a great mountain. We started to populate the earth. We had our government. We started to rule again. We got back on top. And what did the stone do?
And filled the whole earth.
And did what?
And filled the whole earth.
Filled the whole earth. That's where heaven is, on this earth. Not in the heavens. Not in the sky. Not in the intergalactical whatever star stations, it's on the earth. That's where we're gonna rule. All right, give me Daniel 2. I think it's 44.
Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
There you go. There goes that break in pieces again. And so the God of heaven shall raise a kingdom that shall break in pieces. That's a stone that broke the nations in pieces and filled the whole earth, not the heavens, filled the earth. That's us. Read that again.
And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever.
Read down with verse 45.
For as much as thou sawest that the stone was cut out of the mountain without hands, and that it break in pieces the iron, the brass, the clay, the silver, and the gold, the great God have made known to the king what shall come to pass hereafter.
That's that stone that broke in. That's that stone. Stone is the kingdom that shall last forever, which is Israel. We shall reign on the earth. We ain't going into the heavens. Our rulership's here. I think the whole breakdown of man going to heaven is what our slave master taught us. They taught us if you don't rebel against us, you just shut up and pick this cotton and cane. When you die, you go to heaven. Can you believe that? Telling grown black men fairy tales, and we believe it to this day, and tell our children. That's actually a shame, man. Black men actually believe that they're gonna die and go to heaven. That's like the Tooth Fairy story, or pigs fly. That's a shame. Meanwhile, while you're picking cotton and you're anxious to go to heaven, you're not rebelling because you want to go to heaven. Your slave master's kicking back in heaven. All his kids are growing big around him. He's seen his grandkids. He got a big field full of cotton and loads of Negroes picking his field. He's in heaven while you're working hard, trying to go to heaven. You got to die before you go to heaven. Meanwhile, he gets to go to heaven now. And when he dies, he gets to go to heaven again. He gets two heavens. There you go, black man. Christianity ain't for you. Give me Luke 17:20.
Luke chapter 17 and verse 20.
Let me get the review. No, it's not on that one. No. All right, no worries, no sweat. Give me Matthew 16 and 19. There's more proof that this is more proof showing that every time it says heaven, it's not talking about where the Most High dwells. It's talking about slang.
Matthew chapter 16 verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven.
Read that again.
And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven.
There you go. So Christ gave to Peter the keys to the kingdom of heaven. Does that mean Peter got keys? And when he puts his keys in the lock, he can open the door and man can go into the sky. What does that mean? Don't go about it. The man know.
What the keys of the kingdom of heaven?
Keys of the kingdom of heaven.
I can't. Basically, he's just telling Peter he's putting him in charge.
There you go. He's putting Peter in charge. Peter got the keys, meaning he's the man you go to. You want to make the kingdom of heaven. You want to be in a government where blacks and Hispanics rule. You don't want to die of this nuclear fire to come. You had to go to Peter. Peter was the man. Today you got to go to the I.S.U.P.K. under command General YAHANNA. But back then Peter was the go-to man. Christ died and left him in charge. First, Christ was the man in charge. He had the keys. Then he passed it on to Peter. Read that again.
And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven.
There you go. So Peter got the keys to the kingdom. Don't mean that in order to get to space, you got to ask Peter for the keys, and you hand the keys over, then you get entrance in. That's not question.
How did that? As in, like, knows what to do.
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
Yeah. You want to make it. Like at one point in time, we had to answer to Moses. That's the man the Most High put in charge.
Yeah.
And at one time it was Matthias, Maccabees, And this time it was Peter. That's the man the Most High put in charge. He's the guy with the keys. Today, I.S.U.P.K the one with the keys. The Most High set us up. If you want to live in a world where blacks and Hispanics are on top, no more like drug-free communities, you go to the I.S.U.P.K. You don't go to Islam. You don't go to Christianity or any fake Israelite groups. You come to the I.S.U.P.K. So again, the point I'm making is that Christian will see heaven and think it's literal, but it's not always literal. All right, give me Luke 10.
Luke chapter. What verse you want?
Try 15.
Luke chapter 10, verse 15. And thou Capernaum, which art exalted to heaven.
So Capernaum, the city that's north of Galilee. He's saying, thou Capernaum, sorry, which are exalted unto heaven. Was Capernaum in heaven? Was it a city on a high hill? It was a city that was living good. It was a rich city, a nice city, had well-built statues and monuments. We done?
And is that to heaven shall be thrust down to hell? He that heareth you, heareth me.
There you go. So Christ saying that Capernaum's in heaven is going to come down and go into hell and burn. He's saying that one day they're not going to have all the riches and all the good stuff. He's saying they're exalted unto heaven. Capernaum ain't in heaven, but they're living good. That's what heaven means according to the Bible. It's a black man's book. Everything ain't always verbatim. But you won't learn this unless you come to the I.S.U.P.K and learn from Commander General YAHANNA and the men under him, the captains, the generals. They'll teach this Bible. Any questions? We're going to this. Off topic, on topic, you don't matter.
Yeah, what about the ranking system? Why do you have like that ranking system, like the general and captain?
So like 1 minute, let me just get scripture. I'll answer your question in a minute. So okay, sorry, what's that? You want to know about the ranking system? Why we have a ranking system? Because the ranking system's in the Bible. See, a lot of Christians and other organizations say stuff like God built all of us and no man can't tell me what to say. I speak to God myself. But according to the Bible, that's false. The Most High has a ranking system. You know what I mean? Moses was on top. When he died, Joshua was next, and so forth. Christ himself had a ranking system. But people say how I.S.U.P.K, we worship General YAHANNA. You know, the Bible, should be no. One time I watched some guys who listen to General YAHANNA on the internet, and they were saying how he said to his friend, he goes, they say that a man is over them. Brother, am I over you? He's like, no, you're not. You'll see that there. But according to the Bible, a man is supposed to be over you. So it shows how much they don't know the Bible. According to the Bible, it's meant to be a ranking system. Just like in this government, you have the Prime Minister, you have it under him, you got the Parliament, under them, you got your local mayors, and things get done. So any man talking about a man being over them, he just don't know the scriptures. He's just dumb, I'd say.
Right.
Given Deuteronomy 16, 18, there's no government on planet Earth without a ranking system. Police have the constable, the sergeant, and that's how things get done. If everyone here was on the same rank, then when you're going up, I can't tell you nothing because you're the same rank as me. What can you tell me? And vice versa. You got that Deuteronomy 16, 18.
Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 18. Judges and officers shall thou make thee in all thy gates.
What did the Lord say?
Judges and officers shall thou make thee in all thy gates.
So the Lord told Moses to make judges and officers, people to govern the people, give them advice, tell them when they're going up. Just like today, we got police, we got court system, we got rank. You need rank to have a government. Read that again.
Judges and officers shall thou make thee in all thy gates,
Read.
which the Lord thy God giveth thee throughout thy tribes.
To all the tribes, you can't have a country with no government. In the government, it's just like, for instance, if you break up with your wife today in today's society, and you want to see your child, you go to the child court, and they'll say, okay, you get to see the child at this amount of time. Now, if you had no government, no rank, no one could do that. You need rank and order to start a government. Read that.
And they shall judge the people with just judgment.
They should do what?
Just judge the people with just judgment.
Yeah, you can only judge the people with regard to a ranking system. You have to be over someone, tell them what to do. Otherwise, people do what they want, and it'll be utter chaos. Give me Mark 6:39. Christ himself had a ranking system.
Mark chapter 6, verse 39. And he commanded them to make all sit down by companies upon the green grass.
Companies, that's like, what's it called? A company like an army. He sat them down in green grass in companies, read on.
And they sat down in ranks.
In what?
They sat down in ranks.
Sat down in ranks. So he had the people, officer of 5,000 here, officer of 1,000, officer of 50s, his captain, his generals. He had a rank in his government. That's what you need. How can everyone be the same? You need a rank system. That's how things get done. I'm not sure what kind of government they're running, but you need a rank. If a policeman pulls you over for no reason, what do you say? You take his badge number, then you go higher. And if you don't get nowhere, you go higher, because that's a rank system. Now, if there's no rank, if he's going up, nothing you can do. You gotta go higher to his superior and his superior. Read that again.
And they sat down in ranks by hundreds and by 50s.
Read.
And when he had taken the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, he looked up to heaven and blessed and brake the loaves.
There you go. So that Christ had many ranks. Read Matthew 16.
What verse, yeah.
Lucky. Matthew 16, 31, 13.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 13. When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, Whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?
Read.
And they said, Some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets.
Read verse 16.
Verse 16. And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God.
So Peter said, You are Christ. That's what I say you are. Read on.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Barjona, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee.
Right, give me verse 19.
Verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven.
There you go, rank. Christ put Peter in charge. When he goes, not ever answer to Peter. He didn't go and answer to any of them. There'll be chaos. The one man saying, I'm above you, I'm not listening to you. Another saying, No, I'm in charge. I got the most knowledge. Christ put a man in charge. So when people see the caption of, if it's not under General YAHANNA, it's not of the Lord, and they get all bugged out. That's all throughout the Bible. There's always been a man in charge. Once upon a time, Moses could have said the same thing. Moses could have said, if it's not under Moses, it's not of the Lord. And he was right. You do something outside of Moses, you get put to death. Christ, once upon a time, Christ did the same thing, more or less. If it's not under Christ, it's not of the Lord. And all the way till today, the rank system, and Christ put Peter in charge. That's the rank. But men don't want rank for some reason. Right, give me number 27.
Numbers chapter 27 and verse 15. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation.
Set a what?
Set a man over the congregation.
Set a what?
Set a man over the congregation.
What the Lord does, it sets a man over the congregation. It's usually today, it's the man with the man that's been there the longest, experienced, well learned. You don't want a child over the congregation. But men, according to the Bible, rule other men. That's according to the Bible. The rank system. Give me Joshua 1. There's always someone in charge of someone else.
Joshua 1. Now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua.
Spoke unto who?
Spake unto Joshua.
The next man in command. Joshua died. Moses died. And the Lord got Joshua now. Not everybody. Everyone ain't running wild doing what they want. The next man in charge. Read on.
The son of Nun.
Read.
Moses minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead.
Read it into that last line.
That the Lord spake unto Joshua,
Read.
the son of Nun,
Read.
Moses minister.
That's who Joshua was. Is Moses minister, the man under Moses. So when he dies, is the next man in charge. So I don't understand what the problem is. Right, give me first Maccabees 2:27. quick rundown. This is the Greek rule. When Antiochus Epiphanes started killing our people and started making our people sacrifice pigs and stuff, and he made it unlawful for a man to be a Jew. And then one man stood up. Actually, not one man stood up. Actually, there's other people that didn't like what was happening, but the Lord was dealing with one man. And we're going to read that. Read that.
And Matthias cried throughout the city.
And Matthias, this is Matthias, a family of Levites. He was the oldest of a family of Levites. His sons under him. Read on.
And Matthias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law
Read.
and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me.
Let him do what?
Let him follow me.
That's a bold statement right there. But commanding General YAHANNA says everyone's angry. This man said, if you want to follow the law and you want to be with the Most High, follow me. He didn't say God builds us all. You're all Israelites. He said, follow me. That's a bold statement. If you read on, there was people, you can read it for yourself. I'm not lying. There's people that wanted to keep the law of the Most High, and they did their own thing, and they didn't follow Matthias, and they died. Why is that? Because they didn't follow the man that Matthias set up. So you got people who didn't do their own thing, don't want to follow the ranking system. So we can serve God on our own, man. Fair enough. There's people that did that in the book of Maccabee, didn't follow the man the Lord set up, and they're gone. Scribes and Pharisees, they were doing their own thing. They didn't follow Christ. What happened to them? You got to follow the Lord, the man that the Lord set up. Give me Numbers 27, wraps up quickly. Which is the right one? No, it's not the right one. I had one. More famous one, 16, number 16. You got that for me?
Cool. What verse you want?
Try one.
Now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kahath, the son of Levi, and Dathan, and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and on the son of Peleth, sons of Reuben, took men.
So you had a guy called Korah, who from the tribe of Reuben, took men with him, a large group of people with him. Read on.
And they rose up before Moses.
And they rose before Moses. Read on. Then they read on what it said to Moses. Read on.
With certain of the children of Israel,
Read.
250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown.
So he took 250 princes. These ain't anybody. He didn't get no standard Israelites. He got the big man. He got Michael Jordan. He got famous people of Israel. He got Creflo Dollar. He got Martin Luther King. He got big people that was known in Israel. 250 of them, men of renown, men that you look up to, men of reputation, men that you go through for advice, rich men. Read on.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses.
And they came to Moses against him. And look what they said about Moses.
And against Aaron, and said unto them, ye take too much upon you.
They said what?
Ye take too much upon you.
The Moses, you take too much upon you, man. You can't do all the work by yourself. Read on.
Seeing all the congregation are holy.
That's what they said. Because Moses, you take too much work upon you, man. All of us are holy. So Moses don't just deal with you. And that's what these people say. I.S.U.P.K is special. They say it's not of the Lord. It's not of General YAHANNA. It's not of the Lord. You know what I mean? The Lord does with all of us. The whole congregation is holy. That's the same thing these men said here. We're all holy, not just you. The Lord does with all of us, which is true. But the Lord put a man in charge for you to follow. These men didn't want to follow that rank. And you read on the died, but read on.
Every one of them, and the Lord is among them.
There you go. So the Lord's among us too. Who you think you are talking about? I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. The Lord is with all of us. We're all Israel. We're all the apple of his eye. You know, we're all in slavery. We're all the people of the Lord. I don't want to follow your rank system, but you have in place. The Lord does it all of us. Read on.
Wherefore then lift ye up yourselves above the congregation of the Lord. And when Moses heard it, he fell upon his face.
There you go. But if you read on, the Most High killed them. You know what I mean? They offered the sacrifice, which they weren't supposed to do, which weren't permitted of them. They didn't want to follow the rank. They're trying to overthrow Moses, which Moses was the man that the Lord put in charge, and they died. But the point I'm making is the law has a rank system. You have to follow that. There's always a man in charge, a man over you, and a man over that man, and Christ is over that man. Christ is the King of Kings. That means the rank system. If you're a king, then you're above somebody, and Christ is King of Kings, so he's above them. So all these people talk about rank system and we worship this man and just don't know what they're talking about. Sorry about that rant, but I had to go on. Okay, no, carry on. Okay, yeah, give me Revelations 3:21.
Revelation chapter 3, verse 21. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne.
So Christ saying that him that overcometh, meaning us, we overcome sin, smoking weed, sleeping with prostitutes, any sin, we can sit with Christ on his throne. We done?
Even as I also overcame.
Just like how he overcame, we done?
And I'm set down with my Father in his throne.
So Christ said if we overcome, we can sit down with him in his throne. Give me Jeremiah 23 and 5.
Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. In his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely, and this is his name, whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness.
There you go. So Christ said, him that overcometh, you can sit down with him in his throne. And we just read that Christ's throne is in the earth. He shall have a throne and execute judgment on the earth. So that's what you're going to rule, black man, with Christ on this earth. How it was always ordained to be. Not in the clouds, not in the intergalactical heavens, but here on the earth. That's where the black man's going to reign. Daniel 7 and 9. What's the time saying?
Daniel chapter 7 verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit.
So Daniel saw till all the kingdoms were cast down, and so the Most High, the Ancient of Days, he's more ancient than any days. Read done.
Whose garment was white as snow,
Read.
And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
I mean, God had hair like a black man. God is a black man. His hair like us, woolly hair. Read done.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Okay, give me 13.
Verse 13. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days.
So this is Christ. He came to the clouds of heaven and came to the Most High. The clouds, according to the Bible, are UFOs, but that's another topic. Christ came to the Most High after doing his mission. Read on.
And they brought him near before him, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom, that all people, nations, and languages should serve him.
There you go. Christ was given, read 14 again.
And there was given him dominion.
Christ was given dominion, read on.
And glory.
And glory, read on.
And the kingdom.
And the kingdom, read.
That all people.
All who?
All people.
Where are people located in the earth, read on.
Nations.
Where are nations located in the earth, read on.
And languages.
In the earth, read on.
Should serve him.
Shall serve him, read on.
His dominion.
Read.
Is an everlasting dominion.
Read on.
Which shall not pass away.
There you go. We read that. He shall have a kingdom in the earth, and it shall be forever. Saying the same thing. Read on.
And his kingdom that we shall not be destroyed.
Read.
I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit.
Give me 18.
Verse 18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Which is us. We're going to take the kingdom and we're going to possess it forever and forever. Give me 27. So it's talking about Christ having rulership and giving his saints dominion. At 27 is going to tell you what, to sum it up, they're going to tell you all that's going to take place. Read on.
Verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion.
That same kingdom and dominion that it said given unto Christ for the kingdom and dominion that he should rule all nations. That same one. Read on.
And the greatness of the kingdom.
I remember up above it's the glory. Saying the same thing again. And the glory. Read on.
Under the whole heaven.
Where is it?
Under the whole heaven.
Where is it located?
Under the whole heaven.
That same kingdom that was given to Christ when he said he came to the Ancient of Days and all tongues. That same one is located under the whole heaven, which is the earth. If you look up, you see the heaven. So you're under it, you're under earth, and that's where it's located, under the whole heaven. The kingdom of heaven is on earth. Christ will rule on earth. The black man, Hispanic, Native Indian will reign on earth. That's where mankind was made to dwell, and that's where the Israelites will dwell. That's where Adam was supposed to rule. That's where Adam was supposed to replenish the earth. That's where the Most High set up from the beginning, the earth. So with that, any more questions when I wrap this up?
Yeah, I've got one more. That with anger, is it wrong to get angry?
So you repeat that, so I didn't catch that.
Anger? Is it wrong to get angry?
Is it wrong to be angry?
Yeah.
Well, no, but it depends what you do with that anger. Give me Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Nothing's wrong with being angry. You know, if you see black people in the streets starving, suffering, the white men are oppressing our people, killing our people, just common sense to be angry. Be angry at the system, upset with the system. You know what I mean? We're angry. Seeing black women sleep with white men nowadays, like a trend. I'm angry. Read that for me out.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 7 verse 7. Offend not against the multitude of a city, and then thou shalt not cast thyself down.
Sorry, Ecclesiastes.
Ecclesiastes.
7 and 7, sorry. It's not a sin to be angry. You know what I mean? But there's a flip side to it. We'll go into it as well.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7.
Read.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Oppression does what?
Maketh a wise man mad.
So of course you're gonna get angry. You know, if you're working double shifts, overnight shifts, you're oppressed, and after all them shifts, your paycheck is nothing. What? Of course you're gonna be angry. You know, if you're seeing the white man give drugs and guns to your people to kill each other, to the point that you can't walk in your own neighborhood, of course you're gonna be angry. You know what I mean? So oppression makes a wise man mad. Oppression makes you mad. You're supposed to be angry actually. If you're not angry and you're fine with drugs being sold in your neighborhood, you're fine with women dressing half naked, then you're not wise according to the Bible. So oppression makes a wise man mad. Was there a flip side to that? Give me Ephesians 4.
Ephesians chapter 4.
26.
Ephesians chapter 4 verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not.
There you go. So you can be angry, but sin not. Don't get angry and kill somebody. Don't get angry with your brother and go, you know what? I'm gonna sleep with this woman, you know. That will show him. Don't be angry and steal from someone. But yeah, to be angry is an emotion, and we all get angry, but sin not. It's what you do with that emotion. Read that again.
Be ye angry and sin not.
There you go. Just don't sin. Sin is a problem, not being angry. But yeah, to be angry for the right reason, nothing is wrong with that. Read 2 Peter 2 and 7. You know what I mean? It's okay to be angry for a righteous reason.
2
2
Peter.
Peter's about luck.
Yeah.
Is it about luck? 2 Peter.
Come on.
Yeah, read that.
2 Peter chapter 2 verse 7. And delivered just Lot,
You read?
vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Lot was what?
Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Lot was what?
Vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Lot was angry, seeing homosexuals around him, and you know what else did you like see? Like man in tight pants.
Men probably tapping the next man is behind.
So Lot was angry. And nothing wrong with that. You can be angry for righteousness' sake. You can see disgusting things around you and be angry. You're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be happy with our people in slavery, homosexuals on the rise, black on black crime on the rise. You're supposed to be angry. So Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. You know what I mean? Lot woke up every day angry, seeing homosexuals prancing around and young thug. What's the young thug then? Little Wayne. It was vexed. But no more questions now. Everyone good?
It's not that big of a deal. Because one person on David told me it was too fast.
I'll have to ask somebody. Well, how do you feel though?
Yeah, I think
You can do it.
Yeah.
You should be right. 'Cause I'm hearing that the baby doesn't eat what the mother eats anyway.
Yeah.
So you should be able to fast. But I'll ask you anyway. Don't take my word up on that. Ask someone higher than me, see, because we got rank, so I can do that. But yeah, with that, we're gonna pray out. The security announcement down the bottom.
Yeah.
No.
When's the tournament again?
I'll check the calendar. The next one is Feast of
This is my
Trumpet.
Trumpets, is it?
What's Monday coming?
Trumpets out. I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We had the I.S.U.P.K started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They have to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment found in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'asha means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Check with the teacher and or Akim and Aqua. Check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, or war scarf.
That. No crap.
Abanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malak, Taba'a, Ratzaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Hawa, Aya, Shemayim, Bashmayim, Lakam, Yawam, Wasalakinawa, Kawabakinawa, Kasalakinawa, Wala Ainawa, Balasaya one, above, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Wa'apara, La'awalamyam, Aman. And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, and forgive us our debt, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory. So be it. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baba Kushah, Nathanawa, Haka, Larapa'ah, Halmadawa, Haka, Lataha, Hamatazarayim, Haka, Lahaquyam, Haka, Al-Rakawa, Atama Allah, Nagarashan, Bahashem, Yahushai, Aman. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, please give us the power, the power to heal all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. Blessings. Barakata Yahweh, Wa Yahushai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Alahayam, Mata Zabiyah, Allah Yahanna, Ha Alawapiam, Ha Zaranyam, Ha Kotazayanyam, Ha Kalayalyam, Waha Akwapiam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, the Wada Aman. And in the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh, Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and
earth,
all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now,
right now,
and evils,
and evils,
and curses,
and curses,
and punishment,
and punishment,
and destruction,
and destruction,
and death,
and death
to the heathen,
that
that speak against us,
that speak against
thy
us,
prophets,
thy
the
prophets,
teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite
and
brothers,
the school,
and the schools,
and evils,
and evils,
and curses,
and curses,
and punishment,
and punishment,
and destruction,
and destruction,
and death,
and death
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose
and shake loose
the pockets of the rich
the pockets of the rich
of Israel that refuse to give
that refuse to give
to the school, force their riches
riches
to enter into thy sanctuary,
to enter into thy sanctuary,
send evils,
send evils,
and curses,
and curses,
and punishment,
and punishment,
and destruction,
and destruction,
and death,
and death
to the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nation,
and the nation,
and their drug dealers,
and the drug
the
dealers,
court system,
the court
the
system,
prison system,
the prison system,
Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Roman Catholic
the
Church,
Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology, militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan
Nation,
skinheads,
Pastor
the
gay movement,
the gay
the
movement,
lesbian movement,
spies,
workers of witchcraft, NASA space program,
NASA space program,
Army,
Navy,
Air Force,
Marines,
Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, cable access channels,
the cable access
and the
channels,
radio channels,
and the radio channels,
convict the spirit
of
any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift death to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the terrorists, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and destroy, cause the terrorists to come against America, and destroy them in their strongholds. Let America shake at the hands of the terrorists. Let Yahushua, Michael, Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and kill all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. Always. So be it. The blessings for Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Barakanawa, Allah, Wahabaya, Barak, Rapah, Magan,
Commanding General Yahanna, Captain Mashak Mayam, Captain Nayatha,
Captain Naifa,
Captain Tazaya, all the generals, Officer Damgabar, Officer Parasha, the Simba, Nakapaya, Koradara, Shurel, Atara, Carmel, Aiden,
Commanding General Yahanna, Captain Mashak Mayam, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, all the troopers, all the sisters, Officer Karakia, Officer Parasha, Julian, Lasimba, Nakapaya, Zana, Allah, Tamika, Nicola, Rafal, Aiden,
Commanding General Yahanna,
all the brothers
all the brothers
in the ISUPK,
in the I.S.U.P.K, all the sisters in the I.S.U.P.K, Parasha, Damgabar, Shurel, Yapa, Temba, Shikani, Atara, Carmel, Amasia, all of Israel,
Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Tawada Aman. What we just said was, Lord, in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushai, thank you, so be it. Class dismissed.